Yo, what's good, everyone? It's Crossloyd here, commissioner of the MPC, here with a Week 2 match with the California Crawdaunts on the left, now coached by Jace, since Rump has left the league for personal issues. And then on the right, we have Carlos. Introduce yourself.
Yeah, hello. Sorry, miss that cue.
um, Alright, so let's just get right into it. So, fine leads. Sure you calc that it didn't do over half. And the Rocks
Yeah,
ended up lasting the entire game. So that was pretty good.
and speaking of the Scald, you'll see that he doesn't really fully understand how Misty Terrain works, and like Scald with Terrain, I guess it makes sense if you think that it's gonna be in for a long portion of time,
Mm-hmm.
but Surf is just better over Scald
Yeah.
because Terrain lasts 5 turns, and Scald's not worth using until the 5th turn to try and get the burn.
Mm-hmm.
But
So I'm not quite sure why he stayed in and power up punched. Kind of a weird play.
which turn?
With the Metagross. So kind of
Oh
just
yeah,
power punching. I thought that was like kind of a weird choice. I would kind of disagree. I'm
yeah.
actually not.
Especially after showing that I mean, there's not much you can do versus Shaman or Suicune. So yeah, it's definitely odd.
And I'm not really sure of the Bring either, because it doesn't really do well against anything. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I think he said he was predicting the Florges a lot more. He prepped hard for
Uh,
that,
that makes
and I
sense.
didn't bring it. Uh, I just I've been screwed over by Hydreigon a lot in the past, and just having that it has Steel move options, and I just felt like Florida just wasn't gonna match up well versus that. But yeah, that ended up working in my favor since he prepped for it so hard.
Hmm. Okay, that makes sense. So, with for the Leaf Storm, if you want to explain that a little bit.
Yeah, this play here ends up biting me in the butt later because I go into Heatran predicting the trick. I figured he wouldn't expect me to sack the Suicune, and I'd either go for Calm Mind or switch into Shaman. And so Trick there I felt like was just a play that could really ruin either of those Pokemon, which are crucial to me winning. With the Shaman being my only real answer to the Feeny. So I couldn't let it get scarfed, and I went into Heatran. And he ends up going for the Leaf Storm. So from then on, I'm like, hey, he doesn't have Trick. I'm good. But we'll see later. That bites me in the butt.
Spoiler alert, it does.
Yeah. Um, then we see Heatran versus Feeny. I don't know if you're still on that turn.
Yeah, yeah.
Feeny walls everything
Past that.
except the Shaman.
Now I'm Shaman versus the Thunderous. So, misplay on turn 14 went for Thunder Wave in terrain. Just a
Yeah,
just a small thing.
just more showing he needs when you draft Feeny, you need to know that you're not going to be using status as much because of the terrain
Yeah.
because it lasts so long, and yeah, that's something you need to be aware of.
Also, the paralysis doesn't really do much against Shaman because it has natural cure, so I'm not really sure of that move anyway. Should have just kept going for Sludge Wave.
And leaving him as Thunders versus Shaman didn't make a lot of sense
Yeah.
because if I hit that Seed Flare, he's dead to rocks,
Yeah.
and if I hit it, I might have killed him there.
So it's
So
basically a 4 versus 6. However, he gets the trick off. Turn 20.
yeah, it was a pretty obvious trick. I just didn't see it because I thought there was just no way he had it after not using it that other turn. And even if I thought he didn't have it, I should have just gone into Heatran to be safe in case he had it still.
Mm,
Because, like Noah was saying when we were talking about the battle earlier, maybe he was saving the trick for a moment like this where I didn't expect it.
yeah.
And it ended up working.
For me, I don't think you should have ruled it out because I think him going for the leaf storm is like just the safe play, and maybe he wanted to play safe, because going for the trick, because you only have one trick really, and he didn't want to give it, and he thought like that you would switch out into something that wouldn't mind having a scarf. So I think. And he only really has one chance at a trick, and he needs to land it on either Suicune or Shaman. So I think going for the leaf form was the smart play, and I don't really think you should have rolled it out, per se.
Yeah, definitely overthought it. And then on turn 21, before he switches out, he went for Volt Switch. I was really hoping for the double trick. I was just crossing my fingers. I thought there's a possibility he predicts me to go into something else and double tricks, and I was just hoping, but it didn't happen. He ends up going into the Feeny.
Mm-hmm. And then the Feeny getting the Calm Mind up and then kind of destroying the Heatran. What'd you go for there on turn 23?
Turn 23?
Mm-hmm. When the Heatran died?
Here, let me check my team really quick. I think I just, I went for Earth Power, hoping to get the special defense drop because I didn't have Flash Cannon because it doesn't do much to this since it's neutral.
It does like the same, if not like a little bit less, since it's not stab.
Yeah. But I was hoping for the special defense drop, and he killed me. So, yeah.
Kind of utilizing the scarf a little bit though to offensively kind of whittle this, rode him down.
Yeah, I definitely realized that Shaman puts in a lot of work on his team. He told me later that he didn't prep for him much at all, and just like I didn't prep for Feeny much at all.
Mm-hmm.
Both misplays on both their parts, or misprepped. But I sort of started to realize that Scarf Shaman actually put in a lot of work. And like turn 26, I was really debating if I should stay in with it or not. Because toxic kills, and I want to preserve as much health on this Shaman as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And also just preserve the Seed Flares. So it was really hard to decide to stay in and kill it. But I figured killing it would have been good. So I was willing to risk that.
And then I'm on like turn 29. So the Zygarde 10 kind of taking the Seed Flare pretty well. And then really whittling down your two major walls. So, okay, hold up. Alright, so this dies to a Scald.
Yeah.
And then
because he got the 3-turn Outrage.
Then he goes into Thunders. Okay, everyone in this league, stop sacking Mons like this.
Yeah, you know what percent the Thundurus is at? Rocks kills. There's no reason to sack it there.
Yeah, especially because honestly,
you already had the free switch.
It could have been really useful as just like a sack, just a free switch, like later on in this match. And I wonder, I might have to theory craft to like if it actually affected it and like when he could have sacked it. So I'll keep an eye out for that. So Tapu Fini, and really smart since this is a Crocun, but you can't rest, as explained to me earlier.
Yeah, right here I'm in a tough situation. Fini wrecks me still. I'm up 5-2, but it becomes a lot closer because my only chance here to preserve differential is hoping he doesn't kill my Suicune before the train ends so I can rest. But unfortunately, he starts to realize I'm just trying to do that or stalling him for HP or whatever. So he ends up killing my Suicune, which ends up being really bad for me because if it just lasted one more turn, I would have been able to rest and then just win.
Mm-hmm.
But now I have to play a game where now the train's over, I go into Shaman and go for the Toxic.
Oh, you're behind a little bit.
Because at +2, a Seed Flare doesn't do much. And
even if you do get the drop, it doesn't matter. Because
there's always the chance I miss.
Yeah, and all the people or all the rest of the mons on your team are physical, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
So you get 3 hits off of the Bullet Seed. Which,
I brought it mainly for the Swampert, but it also allowed me to actually hit Feeny,
mhm.
which ended up being crucial right here. Because otherwise, I would have only been able to go for
Yeah,
Megahorn or Knockoff or
right
something like
here,
that.
right here, he could have gone on the Thunders
Yes.
against that
Yeah.
Z-Fly. And
Not
then what can you do?
if he had the Thunder still. Uh, I don't know if I would have been able to click Z Fly so confidently.
Hmm.
I might have Dragon
Hold
Dance. I
on,
don't
though.
know.
Hold
I
on.
might have gone for just a normal fly.
Okay, so he switches into Thunderous. You don't get the Z-Fly off. He switches into Hydreigon. Basically, the Feeny's just alive this time. Jerkometer not doing less than half, of course, and then superpower, whatever. So then he could have gone into Tapu Fini here, and then just surfed you, or scolded, and then that might have killed.
Yeah, definitely sacking the Thunderous ended up making it so I just won right there. If
Hmm.
he had that around, he would have had a decent chance to win.
I'm not sure
But
if like an Earthquake kills, cause what? Actually, I'm gonna go back. How much health did Fini have when it switches out? Uh, so 43% minus like what 12. So that's like 30.
if he's defensive, Feeny Earthquake from my thing does 29 to 34 if he's fully defensive.
So yeah, if he was fully defensive, which he probably was, honestly. If it's a
Yeah.
calm mindset, he probably was. So yeah, he would have won. Rip.
Yeah.
Don't sack off
That's why
things.
you don't sack Pokemon for no reason.
Or not even sack, just throw away.
Yeah. Yeah, because he already had the free switch that turn. If he just gone into Feeny like he ended up doing, he would have had that Thunderous in the back and probably would have pulled out the W.
Yeah. Feels bad.
Yeah, definitely came down to in this battle us not prepping for two big threats on both sides, and then me letting the Shaman get scarfed was really bad in the long term. It made it so Feeny was a big problem. Uh, definitely should have saved that. I could have gotten off a Leech Seed or and then just Synthesis or anything like that, and I probably could have got a bigger win. Or and then him sacking the Thunderous meant he couldn't win at all. So
Mhm.
both both of us made some big misplays.
Yeah. But so now the Crawdaunts are at 0-2, and then you're at 2-0. So no one has an even record yet. I don't think. Yeah, no one has an even record. Uh, so you're still on top probably, and then the Crawdons are near the bottom. So hopefully, you know, and Jay seemed to play like decently well. I thought he played pretty well. Then like a couple like really big misplays. Really the biggest one being the Thunderous, and that's just kind of like a maybe he didn't realize rocks were up, and because he switched into a Suicune, maybe he just like kind of didn't see that rocks were up. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah,
But anyway,
but his season's definitely not over.
yeah, it's only week 2.
Yeah, and he only has a -3 differential. So
Hmm.
if he pulls together a winner, even just one win could get him back to positive, and then another win, he's easily back in the race.
Hmm. Um, and I don't really want to look at the standings because that'll bring up my other tabs. But anyway, so yeah, everyone's kind of still in. So yeah, see you guys next time for the next week 2 match. Peace.